And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salt along with Keith Fust. A little wintry mix in the area today. We're off the turf. Some nice carryovers as we kick off our four-day race week. Lots going on. Carryovers today. Stronach 5 tomorrow. The Brew and Bourbon Classic Saturday. Another exciting week of horse racing. Just got to get through a little winter weather here early on Thursday.
Heat things up here with this little Rainbow Pick 6 carryover, right? Right around 4,000. Super High 5. Get you started early on in today's first, right? We're going to be able to have that with 3,300 any carryover. Brew and Bourbon. That sounds good. I'm not really a bourbon guy, but I could maybe use a little nip right now.
It's good on these little snowstorms.
Sure.
So the Brew and Bourbon Saturday, nice Stronach 5 tomorrow. The big popular national wager with that industry low 12% takeout for the Stronach 5, guaranteed $50,000 pool, and we have two legs of the Stronach 5 right here at Laurel Park tomorrow. It's going to start Laurel Race 8 tomorrow around 3:52 Eastern Time, and then Gulfstream for their 8th race for the second leg, then back here to Laurel Race 9 for leg C, then back down to Gulfstream for race 9 for leg D, and then we wrap it up out west, Golden Gate Fields race 4. So the Stronach 5 starts race 8 tomorrow with that guaranteed $50,000 pool. Industry low 12% takeout, paid almost $18,000 last Friday.
Yeah, and our two races, highly competitive. The 8th is a other than, I believe, for 2-year-olds, going 7 furlongs.
Yep.
Favorite should be in that 3-1, 7-2 range, and then the nightcap is a nickel condition. Mythos, I made a slight favorite. Pledian for Kieran McGee's been kind of on a roll up at Delaware. Going to take plenty of play. He's in sharp form right now, so it's another race where I think I lined the favorite like 3, 7-2. So you kind of work, decent-sized fields. You're going to have to work a little bit, especially on those Laurel races tomorrow.
All right, so we'll have some picks for that. I'll have a ticket for the Stronach 5 tomorrow, so that's tomorrow, Saturday. A big popular promotion always out here. The Brew and Bourbon brings a lot of new fans out here to the track. Come on out and experience the Brew and Bourbon Classic this Saturday at Laurel Park. You can get your tickets at brewandbourbonclassic.com. There's also some more information about it on our website, laurelpark.com. A great event, very popular. Big crowd we'll have out here this Saturday for the Brew and Bourbon.
It seems to get bigger and better every year, no doubt. What I hear, 60 different little samples there between the beers and the bourbon. So plenty to choose from. Come out. I know we'll have some people educating the fans on how to wager. We seem to attract some new fans each and every year from this great event, and I believe we're going to have a little break in the weather too. So hopefully it'll be a great day for us on Saturday.
Well, let's show you a picture of the main track. No turf today. Let's show you the main track. There's the bald eagle. He likes this weather. So a little cover of snow right now. That's supposed to change to rain this afternoon. So they're working on the track right now. We're going to start out as good, right?
Yes, we'll start it as good. Yeah, that was nice just seeing the tractors there. Yeah, trying to get a good gauge. But, we'll start it good. And, I mean, this moisture looks like it's going to stay around for a little bit.
Sure.
We could have some changes in this track this afternoon. We'll keep you apprised of the situation.
All right, let's get right to it here. Race 1 will kick off the rolling Super High 5. We have that every race with 7 or more horses. There's the carryover for the opener, $3,367. Super High 5 has a low 15% takeout. They don't hit it in race 1. That'll carry over to the next race with 7 or more. That won't be the second. That'll be the third race it would carry over to. So Super High 5 in race 1. Also, we kick off the early pick 5 in race 1. Both your pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Your best bet with that industry low 12% takeout, just like the Stronach 5. And it's always a mandatory payout on this early pick 5 starting in race 1. Let's take a look at the opener. We're going a flat mile. Maiden claiming $25,000 for 2-year-olds here in race 1. I go with the 6 on top. Offer He Can't Refuse from the Mike Trombetta barn. 2-year-old gelding by El Padrino. Julian Pimentel gets aboard today. That's Trombetta's main go-to rider. This horse made a big improvement in his second start. First time his debut here at Laurel, going a mile in a slop. That was a tough assignment for a debut runner, but a big improvement in his second start on a fast track up there at Penn National, going a mile against Maiden Special Weight. A good third up there with a respectable 56 buyer. Now he's going to get a track today that has some moisture in it, whether it's good or muddy or whatever it is, has snow on it. Wait, so I'm a little worried about the track condition here, whether or not my horse will like it. But they're all, they're 2-year-olds in this race, so they're none of them are really proven on this surface right now.
No, I think Del Padrino on the top end, you see Pulpit. You're okay, I think, with an off-track stand offer. He can't refuse. The mare has had 3 route winners on the dirt. That bodes well. I mean, all along they tried to get this horse on the turf first time out, but distance of ground looks like it was always in the works for the 6 offer. He can't refuse. I go to the outside with the 10. Plenty of early money for Snidely. This horse certainly could be the favorite. I was back and forth. The way Englehart's going with everything he brings down here, they're all live. He's winning in a tremendous clip, over 40%. Debut run had serious trouble going into the far turn right around the 3/8. Had to shuffle back and showed some late life. I know was still beating 16 lengths, but was willing to the wire in that try. Just kind of ran into a runaway winner. Speed just carried that day in that race at Belmont for maiden 40s. A little shuttle drop, a draw to the outside. Flow won't be that quick. Snidely, I think, gets it done here in his 3rd try.
Yeah, Englehart, almost 50% winners here at the meet. You get Georgie Vargas Jr. on this Dark Hollow farm bred 2-year-old by alternation. I use him in my top 4. You have to respect everything this barn brings over here. The 4 Southern Rules for Hammy Smith. Trevor McCarthy rides this 2-year-old by Haynesfield. A big improvement last out when stretching out to a mile for the first time. A good second. That was against maiden 16,000, so a confident move here by Hammy, stepping up to the maiden 25.
Yeah, half the Lulu's on the move. Southern's best work going long or on the grass, but Southern Rules works here. Like the improvement. That was a pretty good final time for maiden 16s. 38-3 Top Hat War. I believe it was like a 1-2 shot that day for Wayne Potts. The Southern Rules very willing to the wire, has this route experience. I see this horse forward, especially look at that internal last time, 47 1/2. This horse is fairly close to that. Not a lot of blistering speed in this race whatsoever. I think McCarthy will have this horse into the race early on.
All right, so we like the same 4 there in the opener. Let's turn the page. You like the early pick 4. We offer you 3 pick 4s here at Laurel Park. Early pick 4 starts in race 2. Keith has a ticket. Let's check it out, see how he played it.
Yeah, we're going to get you covered with everybody in the opener. We had some scratches. Scratch the 2 Bandito, the 3 Uno Dancer, and the 4 Accolade. That leaves me with everybody. 3rd race, paring it down. Just 2 horses in races 3, 4, and 5. Lady Terp, Dance Queen is the lone lick of life. Maybe, biting off a little more she can chew right now. This is a little step up for Dance Queen, but she might be able to control it. 4th race with the 4 and the 9, Hot Mike, and our video spotlight horse, Stomp Dance for Kieran. A little drop down out of that allowance race in the 5th race. The 3, What a Hoot, there's Hammy, and the 7, Art of Listening for Brittany Trimble on a jam job. $16 ticket.
All right, very affordable play. Let's take a look at the first leg of this early pick 4. Race 2, going a flat mile, 25,000 starter allowance, 3 and up. Never won 2 is the condition here. And I big scratches in here. Scratch the 9-5 morning line favorite. The 2 Banditos out. The 3 Uno Dancer is out. And the 4 Accolade is out. So I end up on the 1A as my top pick here. The 1A, one more Tom, first off the claim for Ricky Silliman. Rosario Montanez on this 3-year-old by More Than Ready. A decent effort last out down there at Keeneland against 30,000. 2 life claimers going around a ground 70 buyer with that effort, and a good win at Saratoga against New York Breds back in August. So this horse ran a decent race at Churchill as well. So he's run 3 good races at 3 different racetracks. I like him here at Laurel today.
And not a bad try, stretching out from the sprint to the route at Keeneland. Silliman jumped in. We've seen some of these Maryland guys go to Kentucky, bring these horses back. Hugh McMahon is another one. Kieran's done it. One more time works. I think there's a shorter field. I've got a plan. We'll probably go ahead and be the lick, but I see one more time getting a stalking trip. I go to the outside with the 7 Micro Sale. I'm going to kind of toss that yielding turf race. We're back to the dirt. The 2-back try against A Other Than Company was good. I know it was beaten 15 lengths, but look in there, Rugby Man disappointed. But better horses, Spiceford, Royal Crusader, wicked early fractions and just was kind of cooked after that. There won't be that kind of flow here. Gets the bottom underneath of them off of that yielding turf surface. I like the 7 Micro Sale.
Yeah, you get Vargas, Cal Lynch, strong connections there for the 7. The 5, I've got a plan. A decent effort last out. A little tougher condition today. The 5, I've got a plan. Stepping up a little bit here today.
Looks like the best opportunity is towards the front against this field.
All right, let's turn the page here. Race 3, a nice starter allowance, an 8,000 starter allowance for filly mares. 3 and up. We're going a mile and a 16th here in the third race. I go with the loyal number 4, Lady Terp on top, an 8-time winner here at Laurel Park. This 7-year-old mare by Birdstone. She's won 13 times overall, made over $316,000. She's won 2 in a row for trainer Scott Lake. Ricardo Chappie has been aboard for both wins, and he's back aboard today. She loves this distance, a 5-time winner at this distance, and she has good form in the off-going. She's a 3-time winner in the off-going. So the 4, Lady Terp, going to be awfully tough to beat here in race 3.
Yeah, kind of a word. You got to like a mare like this, 7-year-old mare, hard knocker, and Scott's done a phenomenal job with her. He's done over the years with these older horses. It doesn't matter, fillies and mares, the colts and geldings. He's done a nice job with these older horses. And Lady Terp, she loves Laurel. She likes the distance. She doesn't mind a little bit of moisture. She's going to have some target. I think Miss Nosey's the key to this race. I'm going to take a shot with Dance Queen. Miss Nosey was off a little slow, a pinch the time before that. She's having a little bit of problems out of the gate. I'm hoping Dance Queen can go ahead, clear away, and control it for Dale Capuano, moving in from the claiming ranks into the starter allowance ranks today. Miss Nosey could be a thorn in my side, but Lady Terp, she is clearly the one to beat. I know Princess Tiz now got her up at Penn, but now Lady Terp's got her pretty much on her home turf here, a track that she's very familiar with.
And the 6, Dance Queen, in good form. She's won 2 in a row, but she's stepping up for Dale Capuano. The reliable, the 5, Princess Tiz now. What a nice mare this is, an ATM machine, a 9-time winner. She's 12 for 13, 1-2 this year. She's in red-hot form for trainer Cody Beatty. Jacqueline Davis down the ride to 5, Princess Tiz now. Nice group of filly mare starter allowance runners here in the third. Let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, the Rainbow Pick 6 today. Nice carryover, a little shy of 4,000. I have a ticket for that. We'll check it out right after this.
When it comes to getting back in the game, there's only one team to turn to. The team more high school, collegiate, and professional athletes train and recover with. That team is MedStar Sports Medicine. For more than 30 years, MedStar has served as a leader in the diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation of orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Ranked among the top programs in the Maryland and Washington regions, we offer rapid access to athletes of all levels. Let the pros who treat the pros treat you. MedStar Sports Medicine.
All right, lots going on here in race 4. We kick off the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 here in the 4th race. Nice carryover today. There it is, $3,932. I like the Rainbow Pick 6 today. I have a ticket. Let's take a look. Very affordable, $28.80 play. I'll go 3 deep here in race 4 with the 4, 5, and the 10. Only 2 deep there in the 5th race, the 2 and the 7. My key horse comes in race 6, one of our features of the day, a 2 other than for filly and mares, going 5.5 on the main track. It's an off-the-turf race, and I single on the 11 there. Polite Pearl was entered main track only in this race by trainer Kevin Patterson and Robert Cole. Boca Chica, he won on this mare last out. He's in town to ride. Coming off a little bit of refreshing. She hasn't run since she won against 2 other than late September here at Laurel. But Patterson, 51% from a large sample, and horses coming off that kind of layoff. So I'll key on the 11, Polite Pearl, for strong connections there in race 6. Another 2 other than allowance race in the 7th, going 7 furlongs. I like the 1, 3, 7 in there. Race 7 features the return of your Maryland Million Classic winner, Saratoga Bob, who gets the Hall of Famer Edgar Prado to ride. But the 1, Chief of Staff, and I think the 7, Great Bulls of Fire with Trevor McCarthy might be able to pull off the upset there in race 7. Another allowance race in the 8th race. I like a price play in there. The 3, Sonic Boom E-Jet, 7-2 for Claudio Gonzalez. The 7, Forced, is going to be tough in there. So 3, 7 in race 8. Then race 9, that's off the turf, going a flat mile, claiming 20,000. I go 4 deep there with the 4, 8, 11, and the 12. So there's my ticket. I key on Polite Pearl in race 6. Let's see if I can get live here in race 4. Race 4 also kicks off the middle pick 4. So lots of action here in the 4th race. It's a claiming 16,000 for 3-year-olds or older. Never won 3, going 6 furlongs, and we have a video spotlight to show you the 10 here, Stomp Dance, who I use in my exacta. Let's show you the race from September 3rd at Timonium against 25,000 starter allowance company this day. A real good third, just gets beat at 15-1.
A couple moves in this race. Did all the dirty work chasing Expedited Vision. Dropped back a little bit in the far turn. Came back again here, turning for home. you got to like the grittiness of Stomp Dance. And we had to go to Timonium for a replay. Get a little bit of warm weather, just the sun shining at Timonium, about 85 degrees. But look at Stomp Dance trying extremely hard. Third, beating only 3/4 of length. No more talk. A key horse for Lacey Gaudet off the claim has gone on to do well. Major excuse, went away awkwardly against a better group last time out. We've got a stat for Kieran here, dropping back down from the allowances to the claiming ranks today. How about this? Last 3 years at Laurel, 7 for 17. 41% and 10 for 17 in the money. Sprinters going allowance to claiming on the dirt. ROI of 251. Stomp Dance with tactical speed. We'll have to deal with Hot Mike and maybe Huntington Drive, but that's a dangerous stat there, dropping from the allowance to the claimers for Kieran.
So I use him in my exact. Do you go against him altogether in this race?
Stomp Dance?
Right. Do you have the 10 in your picks?
He's the 9, right?
Well, let's talk about the 9 then.
Right. Yeah, wasn't he the 9, Stomp Dance?
No, Stomp Dance the 10.
Well, then he's the 10. My bad.
All right, so you have the 10 on top. Okay, you have Stomp Dance on top. So we both like Stomp Dance. I have the 4 on top here in race 4. Hot Mike for trainer Ollie Figgins. Kevin Gomez on this horse been in very good form recently at this level. But 0 for 4 here at Laurel Park.
Yeah, this race here, I just think self-start. I like the improvement that this horse had staying last time out for Lake off the wide trip, but I just think Stomp Dance off of that 2-back try, Big City Blues, expedited, better horses is going to be able to get it done.
All right, so we both like Stomp Dance there in race 4. Let's turn the page here. 5th race, we kick off the late pick 5 here in race 5. No carryover, but as always, that industry low 12% takeout on our pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Race 5, we're going a flat mile. Maiden claiming 10,000, 3 and up. I go with the 7 on top here in the 5th race. The 7, Art of Listening for trainer Brittany Tremble. Sheldon Russell will ride here in race 5. This horse they're getting a big drop today, so kind of a scary looking group here, a soft group. Let's hope the 7 Art of Listening can wake up on the drop. Sheldon Russell on this Artie Schiller 3-year-old for Brittany Tremble.
And the key is, will he come out of the gate in good order? You see it, rank for all 3 starts. Doesn't really bode well. I guess they're frustrated, Stan, with this one. The son of Artie Schiller going to go ahead and drop down. Catches a field where if he reverts back to the debut try, has a little speed. There's really not much when you break it all down in this race. I'll go to the 3 Wadahoot. Interesting move for him. This horse has been improving on the turf. Dirt tries, but data length, the 13% off-track runners. Maybe this moisture in the track is going to help this horse today move back up. Maybe you'll think it's turf out there. He's got the staying power. Interesting move, though, the drop down here. Turf season pretty much over.
Right.
You thought maybe they would protect him. They're not. So I take a shot with Wadahoot.
Yeah, strong connections. You have to respect Toledo and Hammy Smith. I throw the 2 Zap to it into the mix. This horse has run a couple decent races on the main track. An okay 4th against Maiden 16,000 going a mile back in late July. A 37 buyer that day. Ran a good 2nd in the mud last May against Maiden 16,000 at Pimlico. So that was a good race. Any effort like that, we could see the 2 Zap to it with Rosario Montanez here in this race.
Yeah, and the 9 horse coming off of a little bit of a break, as has been seen since late September at Charlestown. But the debut try over the summer in July, not bad. CM Runaway was a next out winner. You look at that final time for the 7 furlongs, 124 and change. That's strong for this level, and showed a little bit of late life. The 5-year-old a little bit late to the races, but hasn't really run too terribly in any start against this group. Yeah, Yolanda King will pull for Yolanda to get up there and get a win this afternoon.
All right, so wide open race 5 there to kick off the late pick 5. Let's take a look at some allowance races here. Races 6, 7, and 8. All nice allowance races. So a nice late pick 4 starts in race 6. We're going 5.5 furlongs off the turf. A 2 other than allowance optional claiming 35,000 for filly and mares 3 and up. And we both have the 11 Polite Pearl on top. Looks like a nice claim here for Patterson and Robert Cole. They got this mare for 25,000. 3 back in early August here at Laurel Park. A win that day against 2 other than. A good 3rd against Stakes Company. 3rd behind Shimmering Aspirin and Magnificent. at Timonium, then a big win last out against two other than, same condition as today, late September. They rested her up, freshened her up since then. She's 2 for 2 here at Laurel Park. What a nice 6-year-old mare, 14-time winner. She's made over $350,000, and she also has a win in the off-going. And you think she's going to come up short? How about the work 7 days ago at Penn National on a good track, half mile, 47-4. Patterson, 51% and a positive ROI with horses coming back off this kind of layoff.
I've tried to beat her in the past, and today's, with the scratch of She's Stunning, who I thought was going to be a major factor in this race. Polite Pearl, the road's going to go through her. I think she just needs an alert break, and she'll go ahead and dictate as she did last time out. A couple horses made a challenge, made a run at her, but Boca Chica plenty of run at the 5:16, spurted back away to hold firm. She kind of reminds you of keep your distance. You know, you really got to work hard to keep up with her, and if you do, it's kind of maybe to be your downfall. Looking for a closer, maybe to rally into it. Mrs. Ramona G, not really proven over the main track. One try, that was an off-the-turf race back in January again down at Gulfstream. Finished quite well, but this is a more seasoned group. But like I say, the way this trainer's going, everything is running is live. I think this horse can rally into it. Also use the 5, a horse we caught last time, Phase the Nation, one of our stat horses for Schoenfeld, now moving back up from the claiming to the optional allowance race. It was a good ride by Weston last time. Kind of worked through a little bit of traffic the final 1/8 of a mile to get up, but I think she's a closing factor in here, as will be the 2 Enterprise Value.
And I like a couple of mares on the outside, a couple of fillies on the outside. The 13, Finding Perfection, a good second behind Polite Pearl, 2 back, and second at this level. Last out, she has early speed, good outside post, and the 12, Adios Annie for trainer Gary Capuano. This will be the 3rd race back off the long layoff. I think the 12, Adios Annie, sitting on a big effort today.
I really, really liked her last time out, and then she just came up a little bit short. Breaking Bread was a Navarro runner that was hammered down, pretty good price, a lower price, but Adios Annie, and I think she's got a rating gear. I just wanted to see a little bit more finish. Maybe the turn back will be the key for her. I'll toss her in underneath, no doubt, in the exact. Just don't want to get beat by Gary Cap in the spot.
All right, so a tough group, but I key on the 11, Polite Pearl in race 6. Let's turn the page. Race 7, 2 other than for the boys, 3 and up. 2 other than optional, claiming 35,000, going 7 furlongs. And while this race did have the 6 in there, my top pick, Divine Interventio, 2-1, the 6, a late scratch here in race 7. So I end up with your Maryland Million Classic winner on top, Saratoga Bob. That was a nice win, going 9 furlongs in the Classic. Got an 81 buyer that day. The Hall of Famer Edgar Prado back aboard today. Prado's done all the winning on this 4-year-old son of Frisian Fire. He's this horse 7 for 8 in the money here at Laurel with 3 wins. He catches a tough group, but Katie Voss has him in good, rock-solid form right now. I go Saratoga Bob on top.
And the perfect kind of ride by Prado. Last time we talked about it in the Classic, not a lot of speed. He put the horse in a position, kind of dogged him, was headed and came back valiantly at the end. He's going to have some targets in here. I'm going for a little bit of an upset shot with the 8, Evil Monkey, move to the outside with Ben Perkins. I know they're not glaring buyer numbers when you really break it all down, but I think this horse could be sneaky on the front end this afternoon. Stretching out to try 7 furlongs for the first time. Not a lot of true speed in this race. I want to see this horse on the engine with Vargas hustling out, trying to go ahead and steal this race on the front end.
Yeah, I use him. He might get a real nice trip if he breaks sharp and has early speed on the outside. He'll get a real nice trip. The 8, Evil Monkey, for Benny Perkins. Just a matter of time before Perkins heats up down here. He shipped back down to Maryland.
Did he? Okay.
Benny Perkins stabled here, I believe, at Pimlico. So just a matter of time before he starts heating up. The 1, Chief of Staff, a nice 6-year-old for Hugh McMahon. His horse, Katie Davis, will ride. A nice win against 2 other than at Delaware late August, going a flat mile, and then ran a clunker here at Laurel 2 back, but then a good effort last out, going 6 furlongs at this level. Good second that day. This horse likes it, going 7 furlongs, a win and a third from 4 starts, going 7-8. So I don't like the inside post for the 1, Chief of Staff, but I think Katie Davis can work out a good trip and be right there.
Yeah, and I think that we talked about it with the rail today, and in this race, not a lot of speed. I don't think he's going to have to work too hard to hold position and to get a forward forward position. Can he pair up the races? He's done it in the past, and his last couple starts sprinting at Laurel on the dirt have been very good. Ran in just a killer in mesotherm last time out. No disgrace, running an 82 buyer against that one, no doubt.
All right, so let's turn the page here. Two more. Race 8 kicks off the late daily double. A nice first level allowance, 3 and up, going 5.5 furlongs here in race 8. You have the 4 on top. I didn't use the 4, Cousin Jimmy. We have a video spotlight to show you. 3-year-old by Redeemed. Here's the race, October 25th against Allowance Company. Here's the start.
Yeah, the race home run maker and force broke a little bit of a step slow pretty much and lost pretty much all chance from there. Broke a little bit slowly and couldn't recover. Was caught wide around the turn. Makes a little bit of a wide middle move, actually, to get, fairly into contention. Force, though, had everything his own way this afternoon, and home run maker still wore him down. You see this horse making a little bit of move into 4th now, past the 3/8 pole on the outside. I believe it was the 11 that afternoon, and just kind of runs even from the final quarter of a mile. That's good enough, guys. This race is nothing but speed when you really break it all down. I think Gnarly's going to have to send towards the inside. Field advantage speed. Key Mono, we know he wants to be towards the front. Force to the front. One more great time, as quick as they come for the opening quarter, if he wants to go ahead and send. I think it's going to be a real charge on the front end, a host of horses battling for the lead. Yeah, if somebody shakes clear, they could be gone. I'm looking for the speed to come back, hopefully at a price here. I'm going with Cousin Jimmy. Gnarly also to sit a trip. I think this horse has a rating gear from inside to make a run into it.
All right, I didn't use Cousin Jimmy, but that's a nice 10-1 price there on the 4. I go with the 3, Sonic Boom Me Jet. 7-2 here for Claudio Gonzalez. I think just draw the line to that last race. This horse has a win and a second from 4 starts in the off-going. Didn't like it at Parks last out. Sometimes that happens up at Parks. Horses just don't like the track up there. So just put a line through that race. Kevin Gomez back on this 3-year-old for Claudio today. And this horse won 2 in a row right here at Laurel Park. A nice win in the slop against Starter Allowance back in early September. So Gomez with 1 on this horse. He knows him. I like the 3, Sonic Boom. E-Jet stepping back up to Allowance Company today.
Yeah, holds an 87 over the track. Pretty gaudy number. 2 races back against a little softer competition. I'm going to have to see if this horse can come from a little bit further back. He's usually right up on the pace. I just don't know if he's as quick as some of these horses early, and he's really never shown a move to come from 4 or 5 out of it.
Right.
So, but he holds that number. Trusting Friend, the other Claudio runner in here, I do like. He's just kind of moving onwards and upwards at a pretty rapid rate right now. Easily handled Hot Mike. The time is now. Moving up off the win seems to be awfully dangerous as well from off the pace. I need a dual develop to develop for my top horses to hit the board.
And you say you stay away from one of the favorites, the 7 Force.
Yeah.
You're thinking there the horse is going to be part of the early pace and get cooked early on here.
Yeah, and I saw a stat. It was like third off a layoff. Air was not that super strong.
Right.
So, and 22 really good opening quarter last time against this horse, but one more great time with X-Man on the outside. I don't think he's going to rate. I think he's going to go ahead and try to press him into the ground.
All right, so a lot of speed in race 8. Let's take a look at the 9th and final race. Hope you're live and all your will pays going into race 9 off the turf. We go on a flat mile in race 9, claiming 20,000, 3 and up. I go with the 11 on top here. The 11 was entered main track only for this race, and that's the great Casby for trainer Jamie Ness. Trevor McCarthy on this 5-year-old, so in very sharp form since getting back into the Jamie Ness barn. This horse, Ness had this horse earlier this year and did very well with him. Won a couple races, and now back into the Ness barn. It looks like the great Casby getting back in good form. A real good second at this level last out going a mile, and 4 for 5 in the money on the off-going.
He comes back in 11 days. That you say the key could be moving back into the Ness barn. He's going to get a pretty good stalking trip, I would think, in this race. My top selection is Dat Melody. I know I got to just ignore the last 2 at Delaware. Come back. He's run fine over this Laurel surface. If he brings back close to his A game, he'll beat these horses.
Sure. And
he does not mind an off track, as you see. 4 for 10 on the wet surface.
Yeah, strong stats there for Dat Melody now in the Michael Gorham barn. So nice maiden, nice open 20,000 going a mile there. We both like the 4 on the inside here. Who's the 4? Yeah, Twin Valor and a main track only. He's been knocking heads against 2 other than Allowance Company. Maybe a little class relief today for the 4 Twin Valor. He has good form in the off-going as well.
Just a hard trip last time. Was strung out every step of the way. You see the short comment, 4 wide, 6 wide. He works 5 of 6 in the money on a wet surface. He's tattooed. He's got a little fight. And, yeah, just maybe a little bit of a relief in here coming out of those 2 other than optionals.
All right, that's it. We're out of time. Let's stop doing a little rain coming down right now. No more snow. Snow's out of here. We're off the turf today. Main track rated good right now as we start things off. Dave Robin, he's coming up next with scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.